Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Bella, and today, y'all, it's Celebrity Tea Thursday. And guess what, y'all? This week, the gossip streets are busy. We talking Yo Gotti fumbled the bag with Angela Simmons, or did he? Not the did he, but did he? We got 50 Cent wanting Tia Kemp to snatch Wendy Williams' wig, y'all. Yep. And then we got some updates on DDG, who got the internet shaking with this Bailey custody mess. So, y'all, I ain't gonna hold you up without further ado. Let's get into it. So, y'all, let's get right into it. Your boy Yo Gotti, I just don't understand men these days. It's like, how do you make a whole rap song, shout out a woman, tell the woman in the song, I want you so bad, I'm gonna put you in my rap song. And then I finally get you, right? He rapped for years about wanting Angela. Finally get her. They finally get together. He finally get her. And now he cheated? Really? Cheating rumors? Really? So allegedly, y'all, he was messing with a Memphis RN who got a new whip as a thank you. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Gotti might have left the queen for a quiet life, y'all. What's your take? Because why chase her in songs for years and then play her like that? That's calm behavior. But I don't get it, y'all. I really don't. I be so confused. So Angela goes on social media and she had an interview with Angie Martinez. Yeah. She, you know, I really think that it was a situation where Angela just was not street hood Memphis smart enough. You know what I'm trying to say? Like she wasn't that typical. I'm not gonna say hood rat because that's not what I mean. I just mean hood mentality, maybe. Just growing up, sort of kind of like in the gutter a little bit. You got a little oomph to yourself. I don't think Angela had that. She kind of reminded me of a blonde a lot, you know. So yeah, even though I'm sure when he wrote those lyrics, he didn't know that she was that type of girl. But I think Angela's a good girl. I think she's too nice, probably for someone like Yo Gotti. I don't know, y'all. I'm just talking. But that's just my opinion. I mean, something had to happen, right? I mean, he rapped about her in the lyrics about wanting her so bad as a girlfriend before cheating. And then apparently, who gets a side chick when you rap about a chick that you've been wanting all your life, Gotti? And then you get a side chick who's an average girl in an RN, and then you even bought her a car. So this side chick, y'all, is also described as quiet, low-key, registered nurse from Memphis, and reportedly got a 3,000. He bought her a $300,000 luxury car, y'all. Yep, he could have just left well enough alone and don't write love songs, then cheat. But he didn't do that. Instead, he decided to. We don't know, y'all. We don't know if he dumped her or not. So let's let's get off into the interview and see what really happened. Let's hear what Angela had to say, y'all, instead of assuming, which is what we do a lot. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Tell me right now you're in your single girl era again?
Not by choice, but I respect them. It's all love.
It's
Like
not your choice?
I wouldn't have chose it, but it was what was best. But I wouldn't have chose it. No.
What are you saying to me right now, Angela Simmons?
I'm saying that I'm a lover. I love love. I love relationships.
This man proclaimed that he wanted to get with Angela Simmons. This man like pursued you. So you're not telling me that he ended. Did he end the relationship or did?
No, it was my choice. I had to make a decision.
Was there heartbreak involved?
Yeah. I it's hard. I feel like for me with relationships because I get really invested and I'm in. When I'm in love, like which means like I'm staying with you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, my feelings, it didn't feel good to not do it.
So yeah, it seems like he pursued her, but
right now you're in your single.
Like they said over here, he lusted over her and not love. A lot of people are saying he pursued her, he got to know her, and he didn't like her. Wow, that was a deep one. And another one said he wasn't ready for marriage and they ended the relationship. Let's be real. He wanted the relationship, but not the marriage. Another person said his lifestyle played a factor. Wow. Got a lot of deep opinions about that. I still don't know how to feel about it. I mean, why pursue somebody to that degree to where you publicly making a song just to cheat or just to do I guess it's embarrassing. Could have just left well enough alone. You didn't have to write a love song at that, and then cheat. So I don't know. Balancing public life versus private relationships. I don't know. So let's see what Tasha K got to say. Tasha always got everybody name in her mouth. Let's see. I had a decision to make. Angela Simmons review. So because Tasha be knowing. Let's see what Tasha know. She's spinning around.
Get your motherfucking ass up here. Out here selling pussy and shit. Cause you needed bills paid, knowing you weren't attracted to this short, ugly motherfucker. Your guy ain't shit cute about him at all, okay? But it's money. I knew this relationship was gonna be on the rocks because one, when you start trying to talk like you from the South, it's given that something is not clicking between you two and you're trying to fit in and trying to make it work. But because you were never genuine, in my opinion, in the first place, because money was looking funny for you, this was an easy way for you to get back in the limelight, gain leverage, better brand deals, and better, star power. And so we had told y'all 2 months ago that they had split. He's moved on to an Arab from Dubai. So he is now dating out of his race. I guess he said he's done with black women. He just celebrated his birthday in Dubai without her. They did not come out to confirm anything, but this wasn't the first time that they broke up. I told you they had broke up multiple times. This being last time because of a potential federal investigation and him having to wear a motherfucking bulletproof vest and her becoming a target to get back at him. And so for her to sit down with Angie Martinez and say exactly what we've been saying, even though when she met him, she was in debt. Let's let her remind you, y'all. Let's let her remind you.
But it was a while before love. Then you had another relationship.
Yeah.
Very public relationship.
Mm-hmm.
That people, it was weird because you guys shared a lot, but you didn't share a lot. Like we saw photos and we saw it happen and people were invested because he kind of manifested it in a way.
Yeah, I think, when it comes to me in relationships, there's a lot of times people don't even see who I date, right? And with that one, it just felt special enough to share. You know what I mean? I think we both on the same page. And then it's like, I don't believe you have to give it all to show that you're together, but it just felt right.
You were having fun too, it seemed like. You were having fun with it.
Yeah. For sure. I think, it felt right and like the right, it didn't, like we both and have our own thing going on. It's like cool. Like both these worlds came together. It's cool. Like you can share it.
And you've been quiet lately. Are you guys together still or no?
No,
No.
I'm not with him.
Oh,
yeah, not by choice, but I respect him. It's all love. Like
it's not your choice.
I wouldn't have chose it, but it was what was best. But I wouldn't have chose it. No.
What are you saying to me right now, Angela Simmons?
I'm saying that I'm a lover. I love love. I love relationships. I
This man proclaimed that he wanted to get with Angela Simmons. This man like pursued you. He proclaimed it in front of everybody that he wants Angela Simmons. So you're not telling me that he ended. Did he end the relationship or did?
No, it was my choice. I had to make a decision, but I think there's a certain level of like what I can share and would share publicly. You know what I mean? And I can publicly say that I'm not with him anymore. But as far as like details, I would just never.
It's not your style.
Nah, like I'm just not that girl ever to share that much more. Like other than like, yeah, we're not together.
Yeah, and he's not really that type either. So
yeah, that's my vibe though. Like I said, like I could have probably been in and out of like 4 or 5 other relationships people would have never known and got my feelings hurt or not or whatever. And I just wouldn't speak on it because some stuff is just better left unsaid, I feel like. So I just leave things alone.
It's just that it was so public.
I know.
That's the hard part. Do you regret that in a way or no?
No.
Because now there's curiosity.
I know.
Now people want to know what happened.
I know.
But I understand that.
I just again like much love and respect to him and just like he's doing his thing. I'm happy for him.
Ran its course. Well, that season is past.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there heartbreak involved?
My feelings were involved.
Your feelings. Yeah.
Yeah. It is hard. I feel like for me with relationships because I get really invested and I'm like in. When I'm in love, I'm in love. Like which means like I'm staying with you. But yeah, my feelings. It didn't feel good to not be with him.
What is that coming to an end unto you, or what have you learned about love, or?
I mean, you just never know. I'm a lover. I love love. And I've been in relationships where I think, this is it, we're getting married. And then I'm not married. So here I am. And then life can be just really unpredictable, I think, often. And it's really hard for me, I would say, to date too, because I feel like the woman that people watch, they fantasize who that is, and they don't know me. So then maybe, and I'm not speaking specifically on him, I'm saying in general, like then you get in a relationship with me and you're like, oh, I thought you were like this. I'm like, bro.
Speaking in her normal voice. You heard a little Southern twang in it? I ain't got nothing but love for him. Yeah, it's called being an adult, Angela, and realizing that it would be devastating for a man to be in your life and be close to your son who lost his father to gun violence and had to grow up without a father. And then his next, potential father, Gotti, is having to wear a bulletproof vest because they're trying to kill him. So yeah, she would have preferred to stay, but it's just too dangerous to stay. And between the feds and the mark on his head, no, she can't.
It's been 10 years going back and forth with this bitch.
I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Now, there's some good comments made over here. She wanted a commitment and he wasn't ready to give it to her. And he went above and beyond to get her, but then he didn't put any effort to keep her. That's deep. But I'll go with the other comment. He liked her. He infatuated her. He wrote a song about her. And then he got to know her. And he didn't like who she was. She told us that. She just said it. It sounds like he left her and she had to adapt. And somebody else said, I think she lowered her expectation to date him. And after a few years of dating, he didn't see a future with her. People say he cheated. this man a moving target, and she knew it. And that Dolph case coming up, she made the best move. Wow. Got a lot of factors here. Let's hear what Gary had to say. Do Gary be knowing something? What's it say?
In college, actually, I was in college for nursing, so I started off.
Oh, okay. So this is the side, supposedly the side chick. This is the nurse. But she's like, a lot of this stuff is allegedly. Let's see what she's talking about. Yo Gotti's side chick humiliates Angela Simmons with tape of her affair with Yo Gotti. A lot of people say, girl, you didn't humiliate Angela. You humiliated yourself. A lot of people are saying people act like money and gifts are everything. Somebody saying she's not with Gotti. Let's see.
Off in college, wanted to be a nurse, but that's when I started to post the videos and started to get love. I feel like I was just doing what I love to do.
Yeah, so the math is starting to math a little too well. But anyways, Angela took Gotti back after that first breakup and after he went all out for her birthday. According to reports, Yo Gotti splashed out nearly $500,000 on an over-the-top Hermes accessories for his girlfriend of almost 2 years. Among the luxurious gifts was a crocodile Himalaya Kelly Birkin bag worth nearly $300,000 and a matching diamond Himalaya watch worth about $100,000, said the insider. She was absolutely stunned when she opened the gifts, added the source. Gotti loves to go all out for Angela on her birthday. He's very thoughtful when it comes to gift giving and wanted to get her presents that were both unique and hard to.
I gotta stop that. That sounds like gossip. I don't think that's. Let's keep it moving.
Gotti and Angela Simmons, y'all have officially called it quits, y'all. Now they said I'll begin with a verse on his hit track Down in the DM, y'all, when Mr. Gotti publicly, y'all, confessed his crush, y'all, on the beautiful Angela Simmons, y'all, the daughter of hip-hop royalty Reverend Run. Now they say it started as a viral lyric, eventually blossomed, honey, into a real life romance, turning fans y'all into believers of that long time game, that long game. They say, but now the chapter has closed. Now during a recent appearance, y'all, on the Angie Martinez show, they're saying the beautiful Miss Angela Simmons, you know, she confirmed, y'all, that she and Gotti are no longer together, which brought tears to my eyes, y'all. Now when she was asked a question about being in her single girl era, honey, Miss Angela, the mother of one, confirmed, y'all, that the split, and she talked about the split by prefacing it as it wasn't her decision, Ricky. She said it was not her decision. She said not by choice, but you know, she said, I respect him. She said, I had to make a decision. Some stuff is better left unsaid. Again, much love and respect to him. She said, she said he's doing his thing and she is happy for him. I feel so sad for Angela. Because first of all, this girl was at her damn house tending to her business when this man was gallivanting all over the country, honey, talking about how he loved her and how he wanted her and put her all in his doggone music and everything like that. Then he did what a typical damn man would do. We called it back in the day the chase versus the conquer. He had been chased all over the damn place, putting all that stuff in the music about it. Then when he got her, now he got her. And what happened? Now they're not together. Allegedly, maybe he cheated on her or whatever, because she said it definitely wasn't her decision and stuff. And that's what women got to get smart at, honey. You don't let these damn men, honey, test drive the car. You need to buy the car, then test drive. Because I don't like test driving. You need to buy it.
So you just go buy a car, you don't test drive.
No, Ricky, yes, if you buying a damn decent car, why test drive?
You got to see how the car feel, how the car move, how the car turn, the air conditioner, the radio.
Well, you know what, y'all? I think we heard what it was. You know what I mean? I think she had to make a choice. This guy's going to get locked, be indicted soon. And I think she had to make a choice. Yeah, I think that's all that was. I wouldn't put much more into that. But it could be a lot. We don't know. We just assuming. So all of this is allegedly. Yeah.
Maybe you said that you wanted a taco. Yeah. Well, I got you one of those.
Yeah, I think she was a little horny for him. I don't know. It just seemed like it. It just seemed like it. Everybody's talking about it though. All right, so let's move on. Who's next? 50 Cent, y'all. Yep, 50 Cent. 50 Cent put out a tweet. I don't know if it was a tweet or an Instagram post. That's not that. Yeah, he put out a tweet basically saying that he thinks, yeah, there it goes. He thinks that young Tia should become the next Wendy Williams. Yeah. And he putting his money on her, y'all. He's willing to invest. Because to me, it's like 50 Cent is going to always be beefing with Rick Ross. You don't know if this is something genuine. He's just trying to get back at Rick Ross, or he really thinks that she has the talent to become the next Wendy Williams. Tia Kemp is certainly no stranger to speaking her mind online. And she did just that earlier this month. She had some rants. She been going off on the YNs. And 50 Cent like it. 50 Cent like it. He put out a tweet. Yo, I like Tia. I think she should replace Wendy Williams. Let's make a deal. 50 Cent action. Get your free trial now on Prime Video UK. Woohoo! Hey, that sounds like a shout out to some coins. He said, let's make a deal. But 50 Cent and Rick Ross have been at odds for years, and Fifth never hesitate to throw jabs at Rose online. So like I said, we don't know if 50 Cent, if this is real, if he's bluffing, but I think it's real. I think Tia deserves it. She's a funny girl. What do you think? Tia Kemp is known for her bold online presence. She's had a lot of outspoken takes, and she has a long-standing beef history with Rick Ross, which is what she and 50 Cent have in common. They both hate Rick Ross. So could she fill Wendy Williams' shoes, y'all? Could she? Is this real or just shade on TV? Or is 50 Cent just playing into the pettiness and the entertainment value? You just never know with 50. Never know with 50. But he did. He posted it on Instagram. 50 Cent. He posted it on Instagram. So if you post it on Instagram, that's like true, right? 50 Cent posted on Instagram suggesting young Tia Kemp should be the next Wendy Williams. And I really like Tia. Tia loved it though. She got the streamers are telling her, hey, 50 Cent is shouting you out. He wants you to do this. And so she happy about it. But she's known for being loud, bold, and unfiltered. I don't think she can duplicate Wendy, but I think she can definitely become her own version and get the people interested because she does have a lot of character. She could be TV gold. Or is it just a pawn in the 50 Cent and Rick Ross beat? We got to always keep that in mind with 50. Because 50 is petty. So yeah, Tia got the mouth, but can she bring it every day like Wendy did? Or is it just 50 Cent being messy as usual? We'll never know. We'll never know. So let's see what Tia got to say. Because I think she responded to 50 Cent. She responded um, after she found out. Yeah. Let's see what the homie Tia feel.
You gonna come see me in Oakland? All right, say less. 50 said he got a bag for me. I already know, man. The people already had a meeting with the peoples, bro. I told y'all. God is the greatest, dogs. Chill. I may be on your television, dogs, bro, and I ain't talking no app. I'm talking regular daggler TV. That's what
My mama's pistol where she
Hey, man. Dreams come
pick
true.
me up and say, go to 50 page. You're on there. And he's talking about getting you on TV. You need to be the next Wendy Williams. Let's make a dilly. Told you, boy. I did not tell you. God is the greatest, bro.
Hey, God is the greatest, y'all.
I know 50 Cent posted me. Go over there. Y'all go over there, throw the comments and say, yes, we want. Put the television emojis in the comments. Because I'm coming to your TV, baby, every day. Trust.
You definitely can do it, Tia. You definitely can do it. And if y'all don't know, Tia and 50 Cent go back, way back.
William is in daycare and he has to be picked up before 6 p.m. So I asked the attorneys, can we wrap it up at least about 5 so that I can have time to leave from Fort Lauderdale to reach Miramar to pick up William from school. By then we wrapped it up. I left out of the attorney's office, exited to the parking lot, and the truck was gone. I've been driving it for a little over 2 years. I was very surprising that he would take the truck. I went back in the office and I let the attorney know that the truck was gone. The truck was gone. By that time, it's about 5:40 now, and my friend girl had to come and pick me up from the attorney's office. So right now, I don't have a car. You know, I have to have someone to pick me up, take the kids to school, pick them up, bring them home, and chauffeur me around.
The whole story is interesting. First, I want to thank you guys for actually coming out. She flew from Florida out here to meet with me so we can actually talk.
Now, y'all, 50 Cent back in, man, 50 Cent was all in their business. That's when the beef had first started, though, with her and 50. So her and 50 go way back. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense. I'm happy for young Tia. I think she deserved it, though. You know, hey, people come up all kind of ways, and this gonna be her way up. And it seems like 50 Cent always around, always involved some kind of way. 50 Cent. So look for Tia, young Tia Kemp on your screen soon. Okay, 50 Cent about to put her on the map again. Okay, who next, you guys? Man, DDG and Halle Bailey custody. What do you guys think about that? DDG, let's unpack this latest legal drama because I'm going to be honest with you. I don't believe none of it, to be honest with you. I really have to see it. I haven't even I did research. I couldn't find nothing. I don't know. I don't know. It just seems like a whole publicity stunt for DDG to chase little algorithms as a streamer. I don't get it. I don't know. So anyway, Halle Berry got a temporary restraining order and sole legal custody and physical custody of Halo, citing allegations of abuse and kidnapping fears. I don't know. You guys, let me switch out this so you can see this. It just seemed kind of hard for me to believe that the courts, you guys, I'm not talking about Holly, I'm talking about the court system. It just seems kind of hard for me to believe that they will allow her to get without proof and then to take the baby all the way to France and London or wherever she went. And now he's supposed to have visitations in London. Like, that's not even jurisdiction. Like, I've never heard of that. But you never know what's real with these streamer people. They're always clip farming and creating drama. I mean, now, I don't know. So, anyway, I'm just going to report the news. But how does she have fear of kidnapping Halo? Anyway, right now, Holly is looking kind of like she got a lot of mental illness issues. So there was a court filing where DDG mentioned that she had AirTags allegedly hidden in his car to track him. Now, the mother, I believe, showed a picture of it. But like I said, I don't know if this stuff is true. This is just people coming up with their theories or whatever. But they did have pictures of the tracker. His mom did put pictures of the tracker. So yeah, so it you know, they supposed to have court on the 24th. It's so much misinformation. Don't nobody really know what's going on. Like I said, I'm still looking for the person who. So let's see. Let's see. Let's scroll through TikTok and see if there's some update information. Usually somebody posts something, but like I said, Haley is tripping. To me, in my opinion, I don't like the fact that if all of this is true, right? I don't like the fact how she's handling it at all. There seems to be some updates, about some things I'm seeing here. DG has been granted approval to visit his son Halo in Italy. See, this is the part I have. Why is he given approval in another country to visit his son? Like, that makes no sense to you. Like, I don't see the state of California saying, okay, your son Halo is in Italy with his mom. I'm going to let you visit in Italy with a third party. No, that just don't sound right, y'all.
Well, DDG and Halle Bailey were back in court today, y'all, 2 days after their initial hearing on the 24th, as a follow-up where DDG had requested to bring his mother to be a supervisor during these visitations. And the judge basically said, no, she would prefer him to find a professional supervisor. So today he was supposed to show whether or not he was able to find that supervisor. And it looks like he was not. But the judge still granted approval for him to visit Halo in Italy from July 1st to the 3rd, but there are special conditions. First being his visitation hours for Halo will be 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day, where Halle initially proposed 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. He will be supervised by Haley's nanny and security because they're saying that the nanny said she was uncomfortable to be left alone by herself with him. So they will also have security there for the visitation. There will be no overnight visitations allowed. He's not allowed to take Halo more than 3 miles, I believe, from the hotel. He has to stay near, very close to Halle's hotel in Italy. And he is not allowed to take any pictures or post any social media. I believe he's allowed to take pictures of his son. He's just not allowed to post any pictures of Halo. And as you guys know, they still have another hearing in July to deal with the restraining orders. Right now, they still have 2 approved temporary restraining orders on one another. It's a very sad situation because, like they say, once you get the courts involved, you know, it gets really scary for both parents because you don't know how the judge is going to rule. So pray for both of them. And more importantly, pray for Halo. Have a good day.
I just, man, this is a lot. I've never heard of anything like this, you guys. Like, seriously. And to do it in Italy, like, this just doesn't make sense. It seems like this is, you get why I say, like, this is all a big hoax. It's all a big scam to create more views and algorithms for DDG. And, you know, this is what's happening, y'all. This is what's happening out here. The streamers have busted it wide open. This is what they do. I just don't, and I don't see any court documents. I see people with their views, but I don't see any court documents being put up. Where are they getting this information from? And I don't know. I thought I saw DDG in London at a fashion show. If they had court today, how is that even possible? I'm just here to make it make sense, and it don't make sense. It don't make sense, y'all. They're denying the mom. His mom can't be a third party. Like, this is just all, this is too much. It's crazy. And then these memes they keep making.
You have no privacy around here.
Emma, please. Not what you think, Emma. We was just loaded. You can go slick.
I'm all this black ass nigga around here. You close the goddamn door.
Everything I did it because I love you. Don't you felt the same way about me?
Me? Love you? Bitch, you got to be crazy.
Man, they be going crazy with these memes, man. That's why I say I can't take this stuff serious. I don't believe it. I don't believe there's a custody battle. I think this is all made up to pimp the algorithms. And I guess for DDG to blow up more than what he did. And he did, too, doing all this stuff. You know, the Streamers University, the Streamers Prime. Remember, he had dropped the CD, dropped the album. Then he had the Streamers University. Then it was the Streamers Prime. And who you been seeing on TikTok and all these social media all day, up and down your timeline? DDG. Like, these people know how to get you guys engaged. I'm learning. You know? And it is what it is. But somebody said the signs were always there. But do y'all think she was an overbearing mother?
Let her walk in there.
Okay, let him hold it again too.
about that. You gotta be up for our party. I mean, his party. I'm a gift. You got him gifts. Tired. Goddamn bad. He ain't going to sleep. You tired? Don't matter.
How ass like me? You don't want to do it. You don't want to do it.
Hey, no, dog, you don't even got your license yet.
No, you tired. He said, I don't know how to spell card. Halo. He's tired. He's tired. He's over. He's tired. Oh my God.
Hey, watch out. Oh. Wait, I just...
Say low. Hey, low. Hey, low. When I say hey, y'all say low. I say hey, y'all say low. Hey, low. Hey, low. Okay.
Man, maybe people just should stay out their business. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I don't believe it, y'all. So DDG had a counter move. He requested his own restraining order, and he wanted travel restrictions on Halle and taking Halo abroad. I don't think he got anything supposedly. So he recently claimed he has no worries and plans to keep streaming even after Halle allegedly got bruises and slammed in the vehicle. So the co-parenting has gone haywire. It's gone sideways. And there's heavy allegations on both sides, y'all. So I don't know if you're out there, if you listen to this video, but do you guys use AirTags to track? And are AirTags the new Hollywood spy move? Because it's raising a lot of privacy concerns, y'all. So be careful out there. And the judgment fell on Halle for now. Supervised visits, travel, LA only. Like, it just don't make no sense. I don't know. To me. I don't know. So, you know, I had to save the best for last. Diddy. I was waiting on Armand Wiggins, my favorite YouTuber, but I don't know where he is. So until then, take a break.
Good morning, ladies. Today's titty forecast is moist with a chance of must. Unless you got boo bouldering on deck, made with shea butter, coconut oil, and vibes. It's the secret to keeping the girls chill. You're welcome.
So yeah, y'all. So I don't know about DDG. So let's get off into the new to Diddy trial, you guys. Diddy, there was a big mishap yesterday. People were running with, oh, they dropped the allegations. They never dropped the allegations, y'all. They didn't drop the allegations. People lied, and it was a big thing yesterday. I even reported that they dropped the allegations, and come to find out they did not. And, you know, I hope that people stop doing that. It's been a lot going on in this trial. It's been too much going on in this trial. Diddy is on pins and needles right now. So let's find out what's happening. Let's get into it. So this was about an hour ago. Let's see what she said.
Even if Jane or Cassie Ventura Fine agreed to some of the freak-offs, they only need to show the jurors one time in which there was coercion or force or fraud, some of the elements of sex trafficking, in order to find Combs guilty of that charge. To prove their argument with sex trafficking, they played some audio from Combs where he's talking to Jane about getting on her job. Take a listen.
Yeah, I don't have no time for no games, baby girl. Me and you could be mad, I could have a spat, we could have whatever. Then after that, you better get on your job. That's really that's all it is.
Okay, this is old information. Let's try to find something more recent.
Did you hear Capricorn say that she was setting up hotel rooms for Cassie and Kim?
I know.
You heard that?
Yeah, I heard it.
Did I not?
No.
I'm like, did somebody manipulate this?
It been going down.
So
but the assistant
Kim,
testified that he prepared FO for Kim.
Because I thought
the baby mom
until recently, Kim was the Madonna and the rest of y'all was the whore, right? Because a man might think like that.
The only difference, I have to be honest with Kim, is that they said that she used lotion, not the baby oil. I don't know. That's what he said.
Okay. Anybody with any real Diddy updates? Come on, y'all. Like a whole bunch of baloney, man. Nobody got any real updates? Okay, that's okay. I'll tell you myself. So today marks the closing argument phase in Diddy's case, federal sex trafficking, racketeering, and prostitution. So those charges did not go anywhere. They didn't disappear. So the prosecutors painted Diddy as a leader, y'all, of a criminal enterprise that used power, violence, fear, drugs, threat, and coercion in so-called freak-off tied to non-consensual sex. So basically, crime after crime and fame that placed him above the law, said AUSA Chrissy Slavic. So they're painting Diddy as a person who repeatedly commits crimes without any hesitation, right? They want us to see Diddy as this person who has no remorse, has no empathy, has no soul, is empty, just nothing. And I think they did a good job with painting that. Let's see what Newsweek have to say. They're a very valuable source.
Prosecutor Christy Slavic is about 2 hours in. She had a PowerPoint presentation detailing the criminal enterprise that she says Combs oversaw for over 2 decades. Some of the crimes that Mr. Combs took part in: forced labor, bribery, sex trafficking, and he also was involved in arson, prostitution, and threats of force. Slavic said, quote, "It existed to serve his needs." That's a reference to the racketeering conspiracy that she says was created by Combs so he could fulfill his sexual desires. We're about halfway through the prosecution's closing argument. This morning, the judge put forth a schedule, and today we're going to hear the summation from prosecutors, followed by the defense's side tomorrow. At that point, the judge is going to be giving some instructions to the jury, and they'll then get the case late tomorrow, perhaps Monday, and then they will start their deliberations.
Even if Jane or Cassie Ventura Fine agreed to some of the freak-offs, they only need to...
So the prosecutor is painting Diddy as the leader of a criminal enterprise that used power, violence, fear, drugs, and threat, and incursion in so-called freak-offs tied to non-consensual sex. Wow. So the allegations also include victims describe drug-fueled sex parties, physical abuse, threats, and forced encounters. The accuser, Jane Doe, which is AKA $50 baby mama, testified about extreme physical brutality, y'all. Extreme physical brutality. Verbal threats, choking, kicking, bruises from June 2024. She also did an interview with Tasha K, if you want to go Google that. Another accuser is Kathy Ventura, who spoke of abuse in a disturbing 2016 hallway attack, supported by video evidence, y'all. So basically, they just showing that Diddy's just a piece of shit, which I don't think anybody is like not agreeing with. I even before all of this, I think we all knew Diddy was on a power trip. With all the stuff that if you go back from the 90s, right? If you go back from the 90s, like in the 90s, the concert with the kids that got killed, that happened. And then you got Tupac, you got Biggie, you got so many things, you got all these artists, Diddy. You got so bad of a rep that Diddy we think all of this probably can be true, Diddy. You've done so much dirt out here, Diddy, to people. And you've hurt so many people. Dude. So let's see the closing arguments. Let's see what happened there. And I don't know where everyone is. 6 hours ago.
This is the time when federal prosecutors can try to tie all of this together for the jury. This is summations, closing arguments, and federal prosecutor Christy Slavic is telling the jury that Sean Combs ran a criminal enterprise with a band of loyal lieutenants, to include his chief of staff, Christina Coram, his bodyguards like Fahim and Uncle Paulie and D-Rock, and assistants who were young, who were eager, and who would do whatever Sean Combs wanted. And in this, Slavic said, Combs would not take no for an answer, and his lieutenants, she said, were willing to say yes, to do anything, even commit crimes, to make sure that Combs' sexual desires were satisfied and that any untoward conduct was covered from public view. She's going through each of the counts methodically, telling the jury what needs to be proved and how federal prosecutors tried to prove it, what testimony. She's showing pictures and text messages, even a whole roster of male escorts that she said Jane and Cassie Ventura were made to sleep with. Sean Combs has more support in the courtroom. His twin daughters have come back. The family row is full, too full to accommodate everyone as this case is coming to a close.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So I'm going to end it there, you guys. So the defense rested. They rested without calling a single witness, y'all, leaning on the doubt about whether sex trafficking is proven. Will they prove it? They argue any encounters were consensual and part of a swinger's lifestyle and not criminal. And Diddy is dead serious on that. That is his case, and that's what he said, y'all. That's his defense. Can you believe that? You really could have just represented yourself, Diddy. You could have just said, look, my argument is that it's consensual. It's part of a swinger's lifestyle, not criminal. I mean, you really didn't have to get all those lawyers to say that. That's crazy. So what's going to happen next, y'all? The defense is going to argue, set for tomorrow. Then the jury is going to deliberate. If convicted on racketeering and trafficking charges, Diddy could face life in prison. So throughout the trial, Diddy remained jailed without bail at the MDC Brooklyn due to intimidation concerns. His sons have shown public support on social media. They did Father's Day tributes, blase splee. Kanye even visited on June the 13th, but he was refused entry into the court. So that is his support system. If Diddy is free, I suggest people who were cool with him to run. If he's convicted, maybe that's your opportunity to work on your guys' relationship. So, Diddy trial wrapped up 7 weeks, y'all, with a lot of testimony and closing arguments, but a lot of explosive testimony on us getting to know who the real Diddy really was behind the money and the power. Come to find out, Diddy was a freak, y'all. Super freak. Who knew? The prosecution outlined power plus violence plus fear. Accusations tied to horrifying freak-offs. The defense stands, no defense witness, claims of consensual swinger-style involvement. The court next move, jury hearing defenses tomorrow, then deliberations, y'all. Why does this matter? The Me Too movement. Got the celebrity accountability and legacy of the bad boy era. So, my question for you guys is, do you think the evidence holds up without a defense case? Sound off below. I think it's crazy. But hey, who am I? I'm just a content creator. What do I know? I don't know nothing. So, all right, y'all. That's the full Diddy courtroom tea. Closing time today. If you want a breakdown of the verdict once the jury gets in, hit that comment and subscribe. I'm going to unpack in every twist. So y'all continue to stay tuned there. And I'm sure I'll be back once Armand Wiggins come back, because he does the best Diddy trial updates. And I'll definitely be doing a live reaction to his show. So, that is all the drama for this week, y'all. And it was a whole lot of drama. But let me know below, who was the wildest story today? Gotti fumbling the queen, Tia Kemp taking Wendy Williams' throne, or DDG and Halle in a full-blown court war? Well, we already know Diddy. We don't know. Did he do it? Did he not? Hit that like. Drop your T emoji. And don't forget to subscribe, y'all. Still working on that 1,000 subscribers. Help a sister out. Share, like, post, comment. Share, like, post, comment. Yeah. Y'all. It's been real. See y'all tomorrow. Peace.